Welcome to the Trophies and Medals podcast, where we discuss sports, fashion, music, and entertainment. Where trophies are temporary and medals are forever. What side are you on?
As I was saying, I think we should just use this episode of us just trying to do the outline and just talk about this as a rough draft so we can figure out everything and then maybe make the next one the official first episode. Because
All right.
we're going through too much here to figure out how everything works, the kinks and everything.
Well, this is the what I had to break down as far as trying to keep it like maybe a 15-minute max each topic. That way it doesn't linger, and then you can hit multiple things. So like, so we had the NBA. So this is based off of what Anthony had put in there. So we can talk about the Lakers, how they look on paper, since that's the hot team everybody keeps talking about. Same thing with that can branch off into the Clippers, other contenders, all the duos or whatever. Then we can talk about the Pelicans, as far as with Zion, all the moves they made with David Griffin, as far as transition from the Pelicans, Zion to David Griffin. And then we can get into the David Griffin thing, is talking about LeBron, how he was miserable not coaching LeBron, being GM for LeBron, and how these reporters be cutting out 2 words out of a damn interview.
Yeah.
Just so they can get some attention. What I'm saying, as far as clickbait, which is crazy, because you can't interview somebody for fucking 30 minutes and then put a 2-liner in and be proud of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, to me, no integrity as far as doing that. So, and then just the usual, just as far as going back and forth off of that and whatever else come in and spur of the moment. But I do also think when we do these going forward, not to, we just keep a subject and don't get into details. That way everybody can have their fresh energy as far as, the pros and cons of whatever the topic is.
Right.
And then from there, go off to NFL. I was thinking, since the season about to start, kind of everybody, rep their alliance as far as their teams, and kind of go from there. Maybe touch on fantasy football.
Yeah, I still got to tell Flo we need to switch from damn Yahoo and go to freaking ESPN. We need to step up our game.
Yeah, because the one I'm on, am I on Yahoo? No, that's on the same one. I don't think it's on ESPN, the other fantasy league I was in. But yeah, we definitely got to touch on fantasy. Whether it's a fan or not, I think it's a good topic. That's kind of where this idea originally came from. This dude, I used to work with at T-Mobile. He was from Chicago. I used to hoop with. And he has his own little website or whatever. And he had wanted to branch off into a sports section of it. And he wanted me to do the blog or whatever and host the fantasy football league and shit like that. But I never did it. But I did tell him he was doing a podcast, so that would be like a supporter right there. But yeah, just kind of as far as football, going to the breakdown as far as our allegiance and how these players are getting screwed in these contracts. Kind of go from there.
Right.
Yeah, because go ahead. Say it for that.
No.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I was going to the next thing, but no, what you were about to say?
No, I was about to speak on the topic, but no, you're running through it.
No, and the last thing was just going to what you were saying about Marvel, which is a good point. I ain't never really think about that. as far as how they flooding the market with movies when it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, it was fucking long handle spoon feeding us before. Now you want to just throw a whole bucket of content. You went straight Master P. You know, that's crazy. And kind of like you said, the same thing with Rick Rubin as far as him not want to go with the wave and wanting to do something original and not just doing it because it's popular, everybody else is doing it, so I'm gonna stay back. So, and then from there we probably just go off into music, new upcoming albums and stuff like that. But what you was about to say about the NFL, about the contracts?
Oh, I think with what they saw the NBA do this season, you know, these football players, I got a sense that they woke up. You know, Melvin Gordon, Zeke, especially at their running back position. Like, the tide is time. It's time for the tide to turn.
I mean, it's hard to not see it. Like you said, because a lot of these players either grew up together or played sports together when they was young.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't sit there in one professional sport and look at it and be, all right, I'm giving my all. I'm literally putting my body on the line. Yet, at any moment, they can cut me and I only get X% of this contract.
Right.
But like they said, the issue is that they need to do like baseball has done, like the NBA done. They have to hold out. That's the only way they're gonna get what they want.
Right.
I'm not talking about hold out through the preseason. You need to hold out when the regular season kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Until they do that, it's never gonna be anything. It's gonna look like it's gonna be a pump fake, basically.
Yeah.
Cause basically like what Le'Veon did, but we just kind of need somebody still more, of a bigger name than Ezekiel could probably shake the ball a little better than anybody else.
Has to be a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Until a quarterback does this, it's not going to mean anything. A quarterback on the playoff team, because people look at running back, especially now, it doesn't make a difference.
Right.
But you lose your quarterback, you go from, you know what I'm saying, Mariota to, who was our backup last year? Freaking, they couldn't throw the ball past 5 yards.
Gabbert. Yeah, Gabbert. Right?
Yeah. It's not gonna make a difference. Because with Le'Veon Bell, the difference was in that situation is your boy came in and still put up all pro numbers. It's easy to find another running back to fill the system.
Right.
It ain't that easy to find another quarterback to fill the system.
Yeah, because like you said, Pittsburgh and then even the Rams showed that. So that's what let the leverage kill that ASAP.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it has to be somebody of importance, like I said, at the quarterback position. And I'm sorry to say it, but it has to be a white quarterback.
Of course.
Yeah.
It has to be a white quarterback, because Russell Wilson, if he would have held out, if he didn't get his contract, it wouldn't have moved the needle at all, whether he being the Super Bowl winner or not.
Right.
If Cam Newton do it, they're eating him alive. You know what I'm saying?
Only two quarterbacks I can see pulling it off right now. Which is technically half black, could be Patrick Mahomes, and the other one it could be Baker Mayfield.
No, I think Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck can do it.
But he just signed a new deal, so his deal is not that long old, so.
I'm just saying, regardless of their contract situation, I'm saying they can hold out and
make
an impact. And I think Andrew Luck one of them. But yeah, it can't be a black quarterback.
No, we know that for sure.
They all love Deshaun Watson, but let him hold out next summer.
Oh, be a little like a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Add to your topic, Gene's po' boys served his last meal today.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, yeah. That's crazy. Somebody I used to work with out here, he brought it up. I saw him at the barbershop because he said he hadn't been in New Orleans since like He said like the 90s. And I
Oh
was like,
wow.
shit. I was like, that's gonna be a whole different city from what you remember.
Uh-huh.
He said since the 90s. God damn, that means he just on the run or something.
No. He not from New Orleans. He from like Kansas or
Oh,
something.
okay.
But he said he used to go all the time, like in the 80s. He an older dude. Um, he might be like in his late 40s. But he said he used to go all the time. Like he had people out there or something like that. So like he had brought that up, and I was like, shit, that's a lot of businesses that didn't shut down over the past
Gentrification.
10, 15 years. Even before the storm. You know what I'm saying? It was a process that was starting to happen.
They're putting us all out in the east.
Man, so disappointed, man. I just got hate coming to the East now. It's depressing as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the East be looking horrible, man. It's, look at all them goddamn niggas there. I'm like, it's unacceptable.
No, like I was trying to explain to my son when we were down there earlier this summer, like what stuff used to be and
Mm-hmm.
how, and like he don't get a lot of stuff, but it's just a completely different world, basically.
And just the black businesses that they had there alone.
Mm-hmm.
The black, I was saying 40% of the city lived in the east. All the black businesses that they had there, homeowners, and these insurance companies just.
Like me and my pops was talking when I was down there. Just we was talking about all his greedy ass. We was talking about all the spots you could go out to eat at,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so many. Everything we brought up is like, oh, that's closed. Oh, that been closed 10 years. Oh, that been closed for 15 years. Oh, that was closed when you was in high school. It's just like all that shit that we took was as far as our everyday thing is fucking gone. So, like you said, people taking advantage of it. As
Mm-hmm.
far as, oh, don't worry about it. We'll just put up, a new strip mall here, a new gas station, fucking
And then
Dollar General.
and the people who was really having those businesses, who's that guy? Lundy Enterprises, the
Yeah,
man who, yeah.
my daddy went to school with them. My daddy brought them up too. He was saying they was on the night ward, and it was a it was like a bunch of brothers and one sister. I think it was. He
Mm-hmm.
said, and I think he said back then their family owned the gas station, and that's where it
Yeah,
branched from.
but they had all them Pizza Huts in the east.
Hmm.
Couldn't touch them, and then Pizza Hut, quote unquote, found all of a sudden after the storm they found so many violations in their franchise agreement.
Hmm.
And the other one was because he used to be at my church every Sunday as a usher. He, what's his name? John Johnson.
Who was that?
He was a state representative, and then he became a city councilman. But corrupt New Orleans politician.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those.
he owned all the Burger Kings out in the east.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Pat Swillen had a couple of businesses there for a while.
Yeah, he did too.
I remember him having a few back then. That's for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, he had
Cause
that Blockbuster and that car wash.
he stayed out there by me when I was in Dustringham. It was him, Ricky, um, and then Dalton Hilliard. I'll stay back there. We see him with Dixie all the time at Dustringham.
As a speaker, so Ed Reed was the man out that way.
Yeah, man, he was in our division,
Okay.
in our district or whatever. Like, I graduated '98, so Ed must have been like 95, 96.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Ed Reed, Rondell Mealy,
I remember Rondell Mealy.
and
Yeah.
yeah, Rondell, and there was somebody else they had on that squad during those years. But pretty much Ed played every position. Cause they ran a wing T, so like he'll play quarterback, running back, corner, safety, return kicks. and then Rondell, same thing.
I forgot all about Rydell.
Yeah.
That's our cold. That squad was cold because I remember that was like my freshman and sophomore year before East St. John got good. But yeah, because Rondell, he stayed in the class and he was supposed to go to East St. John, but he ended up going to Dustran. His people sitting in Dustran. So that probably would have changed our squad, but well, we just stacked that running back anyway, but he was a different level. But yeah, their squad was nice. All the years I was at school. I think we beat them 10th grade year, but I don't think 11 and 12 we didn't beat them. But yeah, he was the man. He was good people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else y'all had out that way.
Shit, it's a long list.
Yeah.
Stone Pittman.
Was Corey Webster out that way?
Corey Webster, yep. I played against his aggravating ass, and they gave me buckets.
Nah,
he's a hoop.
Yeah, his sisters used to. They were at Delgado.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the older sister, she was like the team manager for the girls basketball team, and his the middle one, she was a point guard.
Okay. Yeah, he was nice. He was a handful on the court.
Yeah, but the older sister was fine. Shout out to Courtney.
Who else was out there? So yeah, Corey. We had I'm just gonna start with my school. We had Kerry Watkins, Roydell Williams, Stone Pittman, Greg Gathers. All of them went D1. Ryan Perilou.
Yeah, Perilou.
We had somebody else that was a monster. Oh, Corey Sewell, he played O-line for Tulane. A big home, I used to hoop against him. Yeah, somebody else that went D1 did things. Oh, we had Chris Bush, he went to Tulane, played wide receiver, and played with the Titans briefly. Well, yeah, St. James is the nice too. They used to have a whole bunch of DBs outside of Corey. It was Corey and somebody else. They had a free safety or something like that. That was nice. I remember back then. I can't remember his name. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of people out of River Parish that was killing.
Yeah, because
West St. John.
Yeah.
Hornville. Hornville stayed with the big boys too.
Yeah. Santa Mont.
Santa Mont. Yep.
Because I used to, Florida, but he ain't on there. But I used to mess with them, saying, "Oh, like, y'all don't play nobody in your non-district games. We go into these river parishes and all in West Louisiana playing Karen Crow."
Yeah, Karen Crow was a beast. Nah, I remember after I graduated, we played Brother Martin, and my boy Clement was still there. He ended up playing at Southern Miss. And he dunked on like half the Brother Martin team off the baseline. I was like, oh.
Call about the conspiracy stuff with the with these matches and everything. I've always thought that same way too. I feel like this is just something else to keep us distracted from the other things they're trying to do out here.
That's definitely the case because, like you said, when niggas in LA was getting shot up and in New Orleans and Chicago,
Baltimore,
ain't no
type of outrage, no nothing. And it's technically still, it's like it's not a big outrage still on these shootings. It's almost like now people just become numb to it,
right?
And stuff like that. Because I was at, when I went to the movies yesterday, and it had this older guy. I mean, this man was probably close to 80. And, he just brought it up, he said, yeah, you heard about the mass shooting and everything. And I said, yeah. And I told him it was a young kid. He said, really? And I said, yeah. And it was like, man, we can't go anywhere. I said, true, we really can't. But guess what? We can't live in our houses neither at the same time. We still got to live life. But, like, if it's anything gonna happen. You just still got to keep living life because you just don't know where it's gonna happen or jump off. But it's just these last two incidents. It's almost like we got to see what else is going on in the background for you to have two in the same day in two different cities, and it's just weird.
It got to be you kind of feel it got to be a puppet master somewhere.
Right. It got to be something that, once again, both of these cats do what they do and they ain't get shot at.
Right.
That's the whole other part about it.
And that's the thing that's the most crazy is that they're not getting hurt. They're not getting shot at. You don't see a lick of blood dripping from them in one shape or form. But then remember when we had the incident here in Dallas. And remember, they came at that one black cat and they roughed him up. But, I mean, he wasn't super roughed up, but they did try to rough him up thinking it was him. But then come to find out it wasn't that particular guy, but it was somebody else. And then you used a bomb to blow up the guy that it was, a robot bomb. Once you realized he was someone of minority. So it's like, this guy he drove 10 hours to El Paso, man, and shot 20 people.
Damn, 10 hours from where?
He's from Dallas, right?
Dallas.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he was from Dallas. He drove to El Paso.
Damn.
Just to start to do this. Yeah, he drove there and just to do what he had to do. So he wasn't even from that area, and by no shape or form. He just knew he was close to the border. And like right now, Mexico is trying to work something out right now to see if they can get him expedited to Mexico. Of course, that's not going to happen. But I wish it could happen, but it's not going to happen because we already know what 45 going to do. Now he going to show effort to make sure that don't happen.
Nah, but he came out and said it's a mental illness issue.
Okay, yeah. But then I don't know if y'all saw that post I put on there when they had that Dr. Phil talking to all of those white people, and they're saying, why is it that we so-called black women and black men are so mean and aggressive, but you don't ever hear us doing no mass shootings? Not at this alarming rate.
Man.
If anybody should be doing it, we definitely got the right to do it, but by no shape or form condoning it, but we definitely have the right.
The difference is that when we have violent acts, it's based off some type of emotion. So something has happened, something has been pushed or whatever, like directly. I'm not talking about, I'm lonely, I ain't got no friends.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Right, what these kids are doing.
Nah, this dude robbed me, I'm going to get him back.
Right.
This dude try to stunt on me, I'm going to get him back.
Right.
Stuff like that.
It's something always personal. It's a personal thing towards a particular person. Now, if anybody get in the way, it's just my bad that you got in the way. But like you said, random act, just like you said, people in their feelings. But then even that post Jamel Hill put, when they didn't show no concern to when them kids got shot up in Sandy Lake.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't change no law.
It's all about the guns. Right
there. And once you saw that they didn't even change the laws at that time, let's let you know how important our lives are not to Congress, to the politicians, anything to the shape or form. So we have definitely been.
Chris Rock gave the answer.
Yes.
Make bullets expensive as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it got to be. Because one, I do agree that you shouldn't have access to assault rifles or semi-automatics. One, right off the top, that would to me eliminate 75% of these acts or whatever.
Right.
And then two, like I said, they talking about they do background checks, but in certain places, I know my boy, when I was still staying in Dallas, he got him a 9mm semi at a gun show. And they did backgrounds. They so-called did a background check for an hour, and he came home with that gun the same day.
Yeah, the gun show, that's how they get around most of it.
That's the biggest loophole is the gun shows. Like you said, you can go to any gun show and get anything right then and there. Flag show, like you said, a gunshot.
And I think the workaround was because it was only a 9 millimeter, and I think the clip that it came with was only 12. So that's that foolishness. Like I said, if because I think, and the other part about that, I think this is the issue too, is that people don't get their ass whooped enough. So with an assault rifle, you ain't got to be close up. You can just, what I'm saying, get on top of a roof, whatever, hang out of a tree. Somebody told me they did that before, and just spray. Versus with a handgun, at least, or with a knife, you got to get relatively close to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that take the cowardness out of it. So only the strong is willing to do that. But at the same time, if you're that close and you miss,
that's your
ass moving close, man.
Right, exactly.
So that's the other part about it. Like I said, people don't get their ass whooped enough no more. And I think one thing I've said in the past is like this anti-bullying thing. It's on two folds. Excessive bullyingness can make somebody snap and do something crazy, but at the same time, it don't check those people that's habitual line steppers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But so it's kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Right, because like you said, I just understand all of this bulliness and everything. Now, if anybody, I guess I would look at it almost like this. Think about it. I think of me like this. If y'all remember, just me as a kid, I was probably the smallest out of everybody in the whole clique, and I wore glasses, so I came out the most nerdiest of kids. But I was the most reckless of probably everybody at the same time. With my mouth, though, because it's like I would not still let nobody intimidate me. No shit.
Yeah.
People thought I was in Ebbtide because I would curse anybody on a hot second.
People in wheelchairs.
Yes. Don't bring up that. Don't die in front of that nigga. I ain't need you to bring it up in front of that nigga. God damn. Hey, man. Hey. That was legitimate. I'm still going to stick to the curse out that I did because y'all, I'm a competitive. I ain't soft. I was never about that participation trophy club. I was a competitor. And they came in at cheap, and I lost it. I was not accepting that day. That's all I could say. I was cursing out our coach personally, and that man shouldn't have stepped in the line of fire. So, yeah.
What's it called? That's the one of those times I wish I was untied full time to catch that.
Because Andy would never let that go because he's the one that highlights that one the most and everything. Like, because he sat there and witnessed this, like, yo, did he just really curse out this man in a wheelchair? Hey,
cursed out Cedric Daddy, the other team, and that coach.
Dude,
I'm just like I'm all shocked. And keep in mind, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This is right next to the church.
Church, yeah, I know.
I definitely was on church ground. We was definitely on church ground. Yeah, we definitely was on church grounds. Oh, man. Hey, man, I'm sorry, dude, but that was, man, you saw that play. That play was some BS, though.
Yeah.
I ain't never like, how you do an onside so-called kick in flag football, man? Talking about we throw it under there, and he can go run over there and catch it. I'm like, man, what the hell is this? What the hell is this shit? I ain't never seen this shit a day in my life. I was highly acceptable. And I'm like, yo.
But like you said, it's a mentality though. But that's a mentality. Like you said, even though from outside looking in, you should have been somebody that might have been bullied, but you stand up and don't take that. Like we was talking the other day about that. I was like, people talking about the freshman blues or whatever. When you're freshman, you get bullied in high school. I ain't never had to deal with that.
Dude, never dealt with that. I never even, when I was a freshman in high school, didn't deal with no freshman bullying. Like, I don't know.
I mean, for me, it was being 6'1" as a freshman. That kind of helps. But two is I always hung with older people. So whether it's y'all or at school, everybody hung with was like in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So
True.
the people that was probably doing the bullying already was cool with them, so it didn't matter. So,
I guess
but
that just said more. I wasn't wrapped too tight, me, I guess, because
yeah, that's a fact.
I just wasn't having it, man. Like I just came in there, and we ain't had no freshman bullying, even when we went to Abe and everything. I don't think too many freshmen was pushed over. You know, we of course they do it. Look, you know, we go back and forth. We do our ribbon and everything like that. But other than that, he was not getting mad. But I mean, I don't know. It's just something like you said. Whenever the participation trophy came in, that's when everybody became soft.